Hello everyone, Zane here and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to farm the new goetia tomestones from the Moogle event, which is going to end when 7.1 is released. So for those of you who want to skip to the farming method, use the timestamp in the description down below. Now, for those of you who are new, I'm going to explain how this works. Talk to the Moogle here at any of the starter city states after unlocking all three through the envoy quest. Alright? That's going to be through the main story. Then go to the collections tab under duty. The mogpendium will be here permanently. You have standard objectives, which is something you can do every single day, ad nauseum. You have your weekly, which will reset every Tuesday at 4 a.m. This will be different from each player. Some people might have the same thing. We'll give you 20 tomestones. Mini Mog will be the same for everybody. Same thing, it will reset every Tuesday. We'll give you 10. You can either choose Fates or Triple Triad or wherever they give you. And the ul'dah Mog is once per event, which will change every single time. This time you must do 5 treasure map dungeons. The Heavensward and beyond, the 8-man maps, will give you a chance of getting a portal when completed, which is going to be RNG. You must complete it or be kicked forcefully in order for progress to be counted. If you leave, you will get nothing. So make sure that you complete or get kicked out. Alright, so for standard, we got Sunken Temple of Karn, Cutter's Cry, Ismail Darkhold. These will be done through your Grand Company for your hunting log to rank up, so make sure you have those unlocked. Cutter's Cry is in ul'dah's marketplace. Temple of Karn is in Vesper Bay, and Ismail Darkhold is going to be through your Grand Company. And the Brook Keep and Neverreap are endgame dungeons in Heavensward. These will give you 3, and these will give you 4. You must do it synced. Labyrinth of the Ancients, Sacred Tower, and World of Darkness is the Crystal Tower. Mordana unlocks that, gives you 3. Any of Alexandria will give you 2, doesn't matter which one. That's unlocked in Idyllshire. Kugani Ohashi is through the Manderville storyline in Stormblood, which you must complete A Realm Reborn in Heavensward. That gives you 2. Cinder Drift, Marinum, and Cloud Deck, which is the Shadowbringers weapon series, will give you 2. That will be in the Alamegan area. The Castrum Meridium and Praetorium, which is the main story, which will give you 4 and 7 because of the cutscenes, and Porta Decamata will give you 3. PvP. Third place will give you 3, second will give you 4, and first will give you 5 for each one. The Hidden Gorge is something that we don't do outside of the Moogle event or the Primal Data Center event. So if you want to get those Avenger mounts, which is basically a Euphidi or the Gorilla mount with armor, you can do that as well. Gates in the Gold Saucer will differ depending on the gate that you use or do. Cliffhanger, you get 1 or 3. 3 doing it and 1 failing. Air Force 1 getting 4 for completing a perfect score. I think if you don't get a perfect score, it'll be a 3. Or if you fail altogether, it'll be a 1. Leap of Faith, if you get all of the trophies, you'll get 4. If you get all but 1, you get 3. And if you quit, you get 1. Anyway the Wind Blows is going to be a RNG based game, which you get, I think, 4 rounds or 5 rounds, and if you get knocked off midway, you'll get tomestones based on your progress. I know you get 1 if you last at least 2 rounds. And the Slice is Right, you have to last as long as you possibly can to get the full 10, which is the hardest one to do because it's a lot of RNG. So this is going to be unlocked after you have gotten to level 15, after you do the onboard quests. Here in Mordana, right about here, you'll find the Well-Heeled Youth to get into the Gold Saucer at level 15. And also, the last thing is going to be Ocean Fishing. You get this unlocked after you finish your first class quest with your fisher, and it can be done as level 1 fisher in Limsa Laminsa. So you'll find that here in the Arcanist Guild port, right about here. Now, if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be even hours. On the West Coast, it's odd hours, and Central and Mountain Time will differ. Talk to the NPC right about here to see what is your time zone and when they are going to set sail. 15 minutes after the hour, the queue will be forced if you do not get 24 people to join. And you just need 1200 points to get the 5 tomestones. Simple as that. It's really easy to do. Okay, so now we're going to go over to the Gold Saucer, and I'll show you guys each gate for those of you who are new to the Gold Saucer. Alright, so here we are in the Gold Saucer. Make sure to tune to all of the Aetherites for fast traveling. Now each gate will appear every 20 minutes. So I have the Wonder Square here, And then the round square here is where the cliffhangers will take place. Right about here, the Leap of Faith and Air Force One. Over here, the slice is right, and any way the wind blows will take place over here. Now, I do believe that the gates rotate every odd and even hour, so you guys will never get the same one. Alright, so it's now 2 o'clock, so the gate cliffhanger is now available. So talk to the gate client, find that icon over above their head. So the cliffhanger, you must climb the mountain to save the chocobo chick, or the fat chocobo, and you have to dodge bombs as well. So if you get knocked off, talk to the NPC again to come back up and climb. If you do get hit by a bomb, try to get pushed into a wall. Just like that. When you get to about here, you guys can just take a shortcut and kind of jump across. And then click on the chocobo. And there you go. So you get MGP and 3 tomestones for this event. And then drop down. Okay, so you basically do that every 20 minutes. So the Leap of Faith jumping puzzle gate is a obstacle course. You must collect 6 bronze, 3 silver, and 1 gold cactuar statue, which is going to be pretty difficult because there's so many people around. So if you do what I did, which is L1, R1, you can get rid of your UI, and so you can see so much easier. If you fall, it's back to the start with you, so you must be very cautious on how far you jump. It's very hard to do in this game, but yeah, try not to fall, like I just did. So the one thing they always tell us is to touch the goal, not really select it and leave, but just touch it. I guess it tells you, or tells the game that you completed it to get the second reward, just in case you fall going for the gold and you run out of time. That's something that they say to do, but if you don't want to, you don't have to, but it's an easy way to save yourself some currency. Okay, so that is going to be the Leap of Faith. So anyway, the wind blows is the next gate. A lot of us stand south because this is probably the least picked section of the arena, but it's RNG, so you might get unlucky. So don't go too far back because it can take out this side of the arena, but don't go too far right because this will happen. He basically does it right next to us. Very close, but make sure that you don't stand there. You do have time to move. It's like red light, green light, but wherever you are, when that stops, you're frozen in time. So fingers crossed that you do not get hit. You can repeat the same area twice or 2 times in a row. So if that happens, good RNG, but you have to last at least 5 rounds. So we managed to win this round. The last time I did this, we got knocked off on the 3rd attempt. So this is any way the wind blows. Next is Air Force One, a rail shooter. You have gold, bronze, and silver targets. 50 for bronze, 100 for silver, and 300 for gold. Minus 50 for the bombs. You don't want to hit those, because that is going to reduce your score and you will never get the perfect. If you get enough perfects, you get an achievement for it. So the max tomes you'll get is, I think it was 3 or 4, and you have to get a perfect target, or a perfect score. So wait until at least they all have, you know, popped up, because you might accidentally hit one of the bombs. There will be a special part of this where you have to quickly hit the targets because it's the bonus area. But as long as you go from the ones that start off first and then target the ones that go last, you should be able to hit all of them. But if you're on keyboard and mouse, you should have no problem sliding the cursor over each one. And this is the bonus area that you will see. You might get Godbert, you might get, I forgot what his name is, Ultros, and you might get the Salvatender mascot, but that's just RNG. But this is the bonus area that you'll have to go through, so be very careful because it is a bombapalooza. Alright, so after coming down around the bend, more bombs will spawn, so be very careful. They're the last thing that will spawn, so just wait. And then around the bend, you get the last set of bombs, last set of targets, and you're done. You get 4 tomestones of goetia at the end, and it's one of the easiest gates to do and one of my favorites. Okay, so that is Air Force One. Last but not least, the slice is right. This has, I think, 10 rounds or so. So he'll cut a piece of bamboo, which will be random. He'll have the crumble and fall, that will do a giant AoE, one that will be cut diagonally down at the base, which will fall down, and then one that will split in two, which will split sideways. So make sure that you're not in the AoE or the line AoE for each of the bamboo. Alright, he'll start with 1, and then he'll gradually work up to 2, 3, and then 4. Phase 2 is the dog phase. He'll put down gold, and then the dog will jump to each pile. As you can see, if you get hit, you get knocked off immediately. So go for the one that he's not looking at first, because you'll go in a row, and then collect as you go. You probably can get at least 1 or 2. After that, back to cutting bamboo. Unfortunately, at the end of this, I ended up getting knocked off because I was on the wrong side of one of the bamboos, but basically this is what the slices right is. The last one is going to be the shell game, which will be either the dog, nothing, or MGP, which is going to be pure RNG because there's no way to know where the dog is going to be, so good luck with that. Alright, so now for the farming portion of this video. So in between doing your gates every 20 minutes, you're going to be doing Alexander spam. If you're doing this with the party finder pre-made, this can take you less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how fast that I've been seeing it through the duty finder. Some people will say do the Fist of the Father, but it takes longer because you have to go through a hallway to get to the door boss, kill the door boss, then get to the final boss, and then he has a clone that he spawns, and that takes more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's why I say do the Burden of the Father. It's attack the left leg, attack the body, attack the right leg, attack the body, and you're done. Out, lickety split, and you go back in. Simple as that. If you do pre-mades, you can do whatever composition that you like. Go all DPS if you want, but it's probably best to have at least 1 healer and 1 tank at least, and then 6 DPS. Alright, so let's head into the Burden of the Father to show you guys how quickly you can do it when you're doing it through the duty finder. So right off the gate, make sure you target the right leg first. Mostly people go to the right, and make sure to mark it 1 so people know what to attack. I had some people going and attacking the other leg while we were doing the right, because the other one heals if you're trying to take out the other one. So make sure you focus on 1. The orbs, as you can see around the area, will explode on the people that it's going to, so people have to intercept it. Basically, that's everything you need to know about leg 1. After the leg goes down, start attacking the body. Now once you see Mortal Revolution go off, his left leg will come targetable again. Now this is where you'll need to hurry up and defeat it, because he'll spawn jagged dolls, which is adds. One player will get those tethers. Make sure to intercept one so all the damage is split between each player and not that one person, because they can die. He will grab the top 2 aggro people and take them to the next area, which we'll have to defeat and add, otherwise you'll die. And then you'll come back and to finish off the leg. So basically that's it for leg 2. So after the second Mortal Revolution, you'll have to Zerg him down to kill. He does 1 automatic wipe if you get the healers to touch each other. That is Judgment Nisi. If they touch, like I said, they both will explode and you will all wipe the raid. So do not connect each other. Okay, you can pass them on to other players, but do not touch each other. And of course with the split markers there, of course if you are the healer, make sure you heal yourself. Other than that, the sucker goes down within 2 minutes and 30 seconds, or even faster depending on your composition to the duty finder. The other good thing is that if no one wants to loot, you can keep it yourself, get the tokens, and pass in the gear for Grand Company seals to make even more gil. So now let's look at the rewards that you guys can get. So go to the newest one. So you have 100 tomes, you get the donut earrings for that Homer glamour. The Great Serpent of Ringa for 50. The Innocent Griever from the Innocence Fight for 50. That's from the extreme. Alteroid is A4S Savage, which is basically the Omega raid. Its drop is automatic in the raid after completion, which you can do solo, but if you don't want to do it, you can just do it here for 50. Hades Barding, you need these Aura Sight from his fight to make the Barding itself, which is also RNG, so if you don't want to do that, get the Barding here and sell it or use it for yourself. Earlier the Rise, haircut from Zadnor Boja Southern Front areas, so you guys can get that for 50. Sells very well. Twice Stricken, the Ramu music from the Eden raid. Dark Entreaty and Idle Gossip is for the Scheme and Malevolence emote for 50 each, or 50 and 30. Casual attire for the glamour itself. If you're going to sell it, open it up and sell the body and the boots for more gil than the coffer itself. Towels, get this from PvP for 30. That's also from 30 as well. 30 MGP platinum cards for 50,000 MGP if you're going for the mount and the gold saucer. Good choice if you want to get that. Drake horn and the Allura Gubu horn is from the Almalja and the Sylph societal quests. 120,000 each, and you must get a couple of weeks of the beach tribes or the societal quest tribes to get those mounts, or just get the 30 to get them outright. This is Tsukiyomi and Suzaku Extreme mounts. It can be done solo. I've done videos about that, but 30 each to get them out of the way. The Keycurn, the Moogle Bureau, and the Glade Gazebo are craftable. Not worth it. Garden Tool Shelf for your house. Not worth it. This is for inside. Really not worth it, but that's going to be 20 each. The Wind Up Almalja Minion from the Almalja tribe. Get it through there, not here. That's for 15. C-Suite of the Valentine Glamour, if you want something specific, for 15 each. Here are the maps that will drop the portals automatically. This is Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker for 15 each. This is the routing maps for land only, not flying, so bother with that. That's for 10 each. Here's the cards. Tsukiyomi and Hades, definitely get them here because they're a pain in the butt. You do get a card mount for getting 435 of the original ones. These two are pretty easy to get through the NPCs. 2P from the Yorha Dark Apocalypse, but you get it here for easier access. Wind Up Namu from the Hunt currency. The Armadillo from the Well, Dungeon, and Shadowbringers. Get it through here to make it easier. This is from the Namazu Societal Quests. This is for Chocobo, and this is just boring stuff that you can use for effects, which is for 1 each. 5 each, and those are for 7. And the cards were 10. Okay? So, my honest opinion, get the mounts as you see fit. Sell the barding, sell the hairstyles. Try selling the mount, the music if you like. The emotes, try to sell them, and the coffer. I have honest opinion, just sell the body piece and keep the boots. Don't get the towels. NGP, great for those mounts I told you earlier. Get these if you want to get them out of the way. And basically everything else is going to be up to you. That's my humble opinion of what to spend your tomes on when you get enough. Okay? So guys, that is pretty much going to be it for this video. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel for more Final Fantasy XIV content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and happy grinding. And that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and help with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys want to support my channel even further, consider becoming a YouTube member, Patreon supporter, or help me on Ko-Fi. The links for those will be in the description down below, as well as my Discord. And the extra special shout out to the members on screen. So until next time, if you ever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead.